Hi guys, today we're going to be explaining how CSS grid works. A lot of people, especially the beginners out there, don't know how CSS grid work and when to use it. CSS grid is can be used to lay out our websites. So sometimes we get confused between using Flexbox and CSS grid. If you want to use a CSS grid, make sure the component you are trying to use it for is not a one dimension. A one dimension is says like maybe something that a one something straight. If you are trying to style a part of your website that's it's just a one line, I mean like a straight line, then I would advise you use a flex box. But if it's something that it's more than a line, like it is two dimensional, maybe it has a one one line, two lines, or three lines. I would advise you use CSS grid. Although in Flexbox, there is a way you can use it to for more than one dimensional design, but to make your work a lot easier and faster, I would advise you use CSS grid. So in this tutorial, we are going to be discussing about CSS grid, the important um, the important properties of CSS grid that you need to know. Though, just to make this easy for you to understand, I will try to split this in different parts and something easy, something very simple to understand and straightforward so you won't get confused. So today we're going, like I said before, we're going to be discussing about CSS grid and how we can use it. So let's say create this. Let me see. This is going to be our grid container. Then inside our grid container we have the grid elements. Let's see, we have grid. Sorry, we have. Let's see, I have grid items, and I will have grid items one. Let me give it. So this is one. Let me just make a duplicate of this. To make it duplicate, if you're using Visual Studio Code, just put Shift Alt then down. It's going to make a duplicate. So let me say I need this is 4, so this is 6. So what I have to do now is just rename it. Should in case you want to apply different styles to each of the grid elements. So this is 4, 5, this is 6. So let me just see this. So we have this, we have the grid items, and we have the grid. Okay, so we have this already. This was supposed to, okay, I think, okay, here, let me just take this out because I already have um, CSS out for this. So this was what it was supposed to bring out. Then I think I made a mistake here just to give it a name. I'm giving each of these a name. Just, I could have done this. I'm sorry. So to multiple selects, all you have to do is hold Alt, then choose where you want to edit at the time. Then I'm just put create. So this is just going to be one. Then I have to do this two, we have three, four, five. The last one is 6. So this is our grid, but as you can notice, this is all in a parallel format, just on a straight line. But now we need to apply the grid. So all we have to do is just come here, then we choose the grid container, which means the parent element. If you can check this HTML, here you see this is the parent element for all these ones are the child element for this parent. So we have to apply the grid on the parent element, which is this grid container here. So I'll have to go back here, then do grid container. Then after that, we do display grid. So after this, you notice that there's no changes, nothing changes here because we need to give it a dimension. What I mean by we need to give it the either we want it to be uh one column or two columns. So to do that, we need to use grid. Sorry, grid template columns. Then now we have to give it the size of the column. So I say 200 by 200 pixels. You can use any dimension. You can use you can use percentage. You can use viewport. You can use m anyone that is convenient for you. So let me just use this. See, after I give it the dimension. So what I'm telling it here is okay, I want it to be two columns. This is two columns. So this is column one, column two. If you notice this grid one, it has the code this column here, it has 200 pixels, while this second column here has 250 pixels. But let's say we want to have a three column, all we have to do is just do 150. I'm just taking it as an example. So you see it gives us a three column, but I'll be going to two columns in this tutorial. Then after that, then we need to give it the row. So, but you can, if you want to give grid row, we can use grid template rows like this. Then you give it 200 pixels. So since we have sorry 200 pixels, and because we are going to be having three rows, if you can remember, so this has to be three to sorry mistake. So 200 pixels. So this is going to be three. You see, but there's an easy way for us to do this. You can simply just use grid auto rows. So if we do grid auto rows, we have something. We have a property called min max, which means we want to give it a minimum dimension for it in case we did not define a dimension. So let's say we go to 150 pixels here, then we're telling it auto. So what this means is if if we did not define a particular dimension for the row, then it should go with the 150 pixels. Then this auto, it means this content, let's say we have a content here now. We want the row to increase in relating to the content we have here. So let me just use one as an example. I'm going to in this app. So let me say we have 50. You see, the role grows so that the so that it can contain the elements we have inside the grid. As you can see, that is what this auto does. This auto that we have here, that is what it does simply. So let me just come back here and let me just come back here and return it back to its usual this. So think you understand that, then we need to give it a space. We need to give a space between it. So we can use grid curve, then give like 10 pixels. So that is what the grid curve is going to give a space between the child elements inside inside this parent element, the grid container that we have here. So that is